Hey the YouTube, this is Gun73 bringing you another episode of Knife Talk, and today this will be a very specific video, and it'll be directed towards just a thread I saw on Blade forums, and it was that people were saying the Spyderco Paramilitary 2 has a much more stickier compression lock than the Para 1. Now I have both. Obviously, I've carried both. I like both, and I mean, just in terms of locks and opening and stuff, I mean, one thing that Spyderco really did between these two, they really increased the detent on the Para 2. The Para 1 has a pretty anemic detent, in my opinion, while the Para 2's is pretty beefy. But we're talking about the locks in this video in particular. So just a couple things here. You can see that the placement of the tab is different. If it's one thing I've learned with Spyderco's compression lock, it's that they're not all created equal. Probably the best one that I've handled so far would probably be the Para 2 here. And this Para 1 is really nice, but I've handled a Super Leaf, and the compression lock was completely different. Just not the same caliber as these, in my opinion. But the main difference between these two is stickiness. And what I mean by that is basically, when you go to disengage this tab here to close the knife, on the Para 1 there's like no resistance at all. You can hear a little bit of noise, but I mean, you just close the knife like that. The knife doesn't fall down like the Para 2. When you disengage it, it just, oh, it actually went that time. Who would have guessed? But it usually doesn't do that. You kind of have to just sort of disengage, then sort of flick it closed like that. Overall, very nice knife. On the Para 2, just by comparison, you hear that? It tends to stick a lot more. And they also, I think it was because of the pivot bushing that it drops like that. But the point being is that this one is just it's stickier. It's harder to disengage at first. I mean, I had a lot of carry on the Para 1, and when I got this one, the first thing I noticed was it was hurting my finger to disengage, but I got used to it. You can, if you adjust the stop pin, for some reason it'll make it easier or harder to disengage, so kind of funny. But I just think it's an interesting variance. I mean, it'll be interesting to see if the Yojimbo 2 has that same kind of stickiness, because, you know, it's a golden Spyderco. It probably will, because it's kind of funny how they have a lock, right? Compression lock. And now, on their newer ones like this and the Yojimbo 2, it'll probably have the same compression lock as this, but it's different than their Japanese compression lock in the Super Leaf or the Super Hawk. You know, and their back lock now in the Native 5 is different than their other back locks. You know, it's just, and even their frame lock, on the military titanium frame lock, has a steel insert, but their foreign knives don't have that. So it's kind of funny how even within one brand you can get a lot of variation between the same exact lock. So just showing that, at least in my experience here, they are differently. One sticks, one doesn't. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate the views. Requests are welcome, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.